Hey, before we officially get started, I found this in the filling station last week. It is somebody's Core 52 book, and there's no name in it, but it did have a Whataburger coupon inside of it. I don't know if anybody recognizes that or if that is yours, but we'll hold on to it. If not, we got one more we'd be glad to sell or to give away. But if that's somebody's book, we have one more of the blue, and there are about 10 or 15 more of the green student edition. So there you go. So there, if that's yours, you can come up and get it during the 4-minute party. Everybody good? No? Everybody seems quiet. A lot of our folks are at nationals for the cheerleading competition. We have a lot of our folks, and some of them I know are watching online or are going to be tuning in online a little bit later. So hello to all of you and congratulations to everybody. If you've got a cell phone, would you silence that for us, please? So that it's not going to be a distraction. That'd be awesome. And if you've got a drink, would you make sure to hold on to that? If it's in any type of cup that can spill, would you hold on to that for us? And you can get rid of it during the 4-minute party. So many things happening tonight. We've got some fun stuff to show you, so we want to go ahead and get started right now. But we are going to have a 4-minute party. And Courtney, everybody say hi to Courtney.
Hello, everybody.
During our 4-minute party, Courtney, if somebody's here and it's their very first time, we're not going to embarrass you. We're not going to make you stand up or point you out. But when we all stand up, we will invite you to come up here and do what?
You'll come see a teen greeter, and they'll have a clipboard. So teen greeters, if you want to go ahead and come on up, find one of them, fill out the information for us, and you'll get a Baskin-Robbins gift card just for being here.
Very good. Some of you may know our folks that are traveling. During the 4-minute party, you come to this camera and give them a greeting. Everybody else, we're really, really glad that you're here. We want you to look around the room and find somebody that you don't know. Everybody can do that. Find somebody that you do not know. Let's all stand up and let's have a 4-minute party, everybody. Let's go.
Our friend Elliot, she's watching. Your brother's he's not being very social. He's filling out paperwork. He's getting a gift card for food. For ice cream.
Hi, what's poppin'? What's going on? How we doing? How we doing today? I did want to show you something. I hope I'm not stealing his thunder in any way. I just planned.
No, I'm stealing your thunder, if anything.
Oh well, hey, you're got it.
I'm just accompanying you. You're the main act. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey. I love you, bro.
I love you, bro.
Anyways, this is a very nice picture that I found of a dog. It's a fantastic looking dog, as you can see. Not quite as fantastic though. But not quite as fantastic as how you are looking the fantastic tonight. Is there anything you want to say?
Yeah.
I'm giving you a talk to say.
So this car is amazing, right? Pretty sure it's a G35, right? But it's not as amazing as you.
Absolute bars from an absolute legend, an absolute homie. All right, bye.
Hi, Elliot. Again. Hi. I'm saying hi again. Hi, Elliot. You weren't watching. Hi, Elliot. She said she saw us.
Hey, it's time to celebrate those that are a little bit older or who are getting older. Let's welcome up everybody to celebrate our birthdays in the borough. All right, Courtney, what days do we have on the birthdays?
February 2nd to February 8th. Come on down.
Come on up. The 2nd through the 8th.
1, 2.
Wow, y'all have the same birthday?
No, actually, I was born on different days.
Got it?
I was born on the 8th. I was born on the 2nd, he was born on the 8th.
I don't believe
it. Was it was different.
No.
Yeah, it was.
You're lying.
No, I'm good.
All right, how old? 13?
Yeah.
13, I guess. All right, very good. Hey, we're going to sing happy birthday to the Parks. The way we do it in the NBYG is with 3 simple words, and those words are, "You're still cool." And it goes like this.
Well, you're 1 year older than you used to be, and you're still cool.
Come on.
You've still got it. It's plain to see.
Here we go.
You're still cool.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's your birthday today. That's why we're here to say that you're still cool.
Everybody say happy birthday. They're like carrying on a whole conversation up here. Hey, today is Wednesday. That means tomorrow is.
Thursday.
And that means.
Panera.
I'll get there eventually. Keep going. Yeah, not bad. Tell us all about it.
All right, tomorrow we have a really fun activity planned. So if you're from 7th to 12th grade and you are a female, come on to Panera. We'll be having a Bible study from 4 to 5 p.m. at Panera on Memorial next to Sprouts. And tomorrow we're making our Valentines for Meals on Wheels. So please come help out. We need all the hands we can get.
Oh, nice. Valentine's for Meals on Wheels. And if you also like to do crafts and you want to hang out with the ladies a little bit longer, there's something else that's happening. Tell us all about this, Courtney.
Yes.
I love my
Wow. That was something. What's going on there?
That's actually me singing that. No, I'm just kidding. This is a fun service day where we're going to meet here, then we're going to go over to Stones River and we're going to paint the residents' nails. So it's going to be really fun that we're going to come back here and have some more time together where we can make our own little craft for everybody to take home. But if you want to come that day, I want you to bring your favorite color nail polish and then the residents will get to pick and then $2. But we're probably going to stop at Sonic on the way back too. So it's just going to be a fun hangout day.
The residents will absolutely love every minute of that. Okay, coming up this weekend, everybody, on Sunday. Coming up Sunday in this room at 5 o'clock. We want you to meet us in here and during second quarter. After the second quarter, we'll all, those who want to, go to the Life Center. But the Super Bowl party's in here. Winterfest chaperones, you have a meeting from 3:30 to 5 in that room that'll take place here. So all of that is going to be happening. I need to make sure I make a note. Do not let me forget that. Let's see. I think we're going to give away a prize right now. We're going to do this. Yes. We have a $10 Chick-fil-A gift card. Who would be interested in $10 at Chick-fil-A? All you got to do is compete. And the way you're going to compete, a little game that, nope, sorry. I'm going to tell you about this first. That's my bad. Tell you about this first. Game's next. All right. Listen very carefully. Those of you that have applied, students, if you applied, unless you've already told me, in the case of a few of you, that you cannot not participate. Thank you. Those of you who have applied, the students who have applied, you are going to be able to participate unless we've communicated with you otherwise. The students, all the students, we've got you down. You can plan on participating in the Super Bowl snacks that we're going to be selling this particular Sunday. Adults, still working on the adult list. We have too many adults who have applied and some that applied that did not meet the criteria to apply. So we got to make some phone calls and work some of that out, but our adult list is not yet complete. We only have so many plane tickets and so many spots they'll allow us to occupy at the City of Children, and so we're going to have to work on that list. So adults, we'll be communicating some with you, but students, if you want to go ahead and begin making your stuff for the Super Bowl party, you can have that. Now, if you are going to Mexico, we do expect you to do one thing tonight, and it's be very simple. When we're done with True North, we're going to get our tables here. We're going to set them up in the hallway, and if everybody gets one table or two of you help with one table, that's all you got to do, and it'll be done because there's about 40 of you that are students. It'll go really fast. We need you to get one table to help us set out there, or if you're just interested in helping, you can do that as well, and we'll do that tonight. If you got it, say got it. try to remind me at the very end, to remind me to come up and say, hey, let's get the tables, and we'll set those up. As soon as True North is over, we'll set them up in this hallway so that we can be all set up for that event. Okay, very good. Now we're ready to give something away as we think about the Super Bowl. It is a game that we're calling Philadelphia or Kansas City. All right, here's how it works, everybody. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Stand up and listen. All right, if you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. All right. All you got to do is we're going to show you some facts about these cities. The big game is almost here. You're going to decide which fact belongs to which city or team that is facing off in this year's game. If you think it's going to be Kansas City, you're going to just point right over there. You're going to point that way, all right? Actually, you're going to raise your right hand. You'll raise your right hand. If you think it's Philadelphia, you're going to raise your left hand. All right, everybody got it? Everybody got it? Now look, you have to just hold one up and keep it up. Show your neighbor. Listen carefully. The second time you miss, you sit down. It's on the honor system. Help us out. Please, no cheating. If you're ready to play, say, I'm ready. All right, here we go. Check it out. Here's your first one. All right, the city nickname is the City of Fountains. Is that Kansas City? You're going to raise your right hand. Is it Philadelphia? You're going to raise your left hand. All right, lock it in. 3, 2, 1. Show your neighbor. All right, somebody's going to miss their first one. Here it is. That is Kansas City. That is Kansas City. All right. Some of you already missed one. If you miss another one, you're out. Courtney, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here's your second one.
Okay, which one has a population of 1.5 million?
Which one is it? Left hand or right hand? Hold it up. Lock it in. 3, 2, 1, and lock it in. It's locked in. Show your neighbor. Raise it up high. It's got to be high. Come on, you got to have it ready to go. Here's the answer. All right. If you've already missed 2, sit down. All right, here we go. Here's your next one. Which one has more Super Bowl appearances overall? Philadelphia or Kansas City? If it's Philadelphia, raise your left hand. Kansas City, raise your right hand. 3, 2, 1, lock it in. Lock it in, show your neighbor. Here we go. All right. Speak up.
Okay, the next one. Fans once booed Santa.
The fans once booed Santa. Did that happen in Philadelphia or Kansas City? Hands up, all the way up, guys. 3, 2, 1. Show your neighbor. The answer is, if you've missed 2, have a seat. All right, here we go. Larger stadium seating capacity. Is that going to be in Philadelphia or is that in Kansas City? Hands up. 3, 2, 1. Let's see it. Lock it in. Hands up. The answer is, there you go. All right. If you missed 2, you got to sit down. Courtney, here, take the next one.
Okay, more points scored this season. Is that Philly or Kansas City?
3, 2, 1. Hands up. Raise them up high, guys. I want your neighbor to see it. That answer is, that is Philadelphia. All right. Y'all are still in. Everybody still in? Still in. Okay, Kobe Bryant was born here, Kansas City or Philadelphia. Hands up. 3, 2, 1. Let's see it. Put your hand up. Here we go. The answer is. All right, if you're out, sit down. All right, Courtney, let's hear it.
Okay, has a chief security officer named Big Dom.
All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Hands up, let's see it. The answer is. All right, if you're out, have a seat. All right, we have some still in. Here we go. Had a Hallmark movie made about them called Holiday Touchdown. Is that Philadelphia or Kansas City? Hands up. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, the answer is. Okay, here we go, Courtney.
has hosted more Taylor Swift concerts?
Philadelphia or Kansas City? Hands up. 3, 2, 1. Lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in. Show your neighbor. The answer is that is Philadelphia. All right, y'all are still in. You're still in? Here we go. Is go. Well, we don't know the answer to that. All right, so here's what we got. You all right here? Let's see. You're going to pair up. You're not going to start until we say. You're going to pair up, do some rock, paper, scissors. Dave, you're right over here. You guys, you two. Okay, we'll let Hidalgo, you get a bye. Looks like you get a bye. Hey guys, we're going to do this together. In just a second, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, shoot. The loser sits down, all right? You're going to 1, 2, 3, shoot. Hold on, everybody got it? Everybody's got a partner except for Jackson who gets the bye. Here we go, ready, and 3, 2, 1, shoot. All right, you guys didn't do it? All right, we'll do 3, 2, 1, shoot. Ready, here we go. 3, 2, 1, shoot. All right, loser sits down. All right, now find a partner. Jackson, you've got to participate this time. Dave. All right, there we go. We got it. We're still playing for a $10 Chick-fil-A gift card. Here we go, guys. Are you ready? And 3, 2, 1, shoot. They're not, okay. You got it? All right, we have 3 winners left. Who's the oldest? You're the oldest. You got a bye already, so who's the youngest between you guys? You're the youngest, you get a bye. All right, you guys right here. Brooks, Jackson, y'all are gonna go. And then Ram gets to jump in at the end. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, shoot. All right, right here. Here we go. And you ready? 3, 2, 1, shoot. Am I being confusing? Am I confusing? All right, you win? All right, very good. It's over. I think were my instructions wrong? All right, very good. Hey, everybody. We're getting closer and closer and closer to heading to Gatlinburg. We have one more week, and then next weekend we're going to be heading up to Winterfest, everybody. All right, you're going, right?
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. You excited?
Well, I'm very excited. What's our number now?
197.
Total number.
Teams. 235.
Yeah, we're like at 235. 235 people headed up on Valentine's Day. It's gonna be a great way to spend Valentine's Day. It'll be great. All right, where's our spokespeople? Who's doing that? Come on up. We have some seniors that would like to invite you to something. Bring them on up, everybody, because check it out. Here we go.
Do you like waffles? Yeah, we like waffles. Can't wait to get a mouthful. Waffles! 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 Can't wait to get a mouthful.
All right, Sarah, tell us all about this.
Okay, so some of the seniors, let me hear you if you're a senior. The day after we get to Winterfest, the morning before our first session, me and some of the seniors will be selling waffles at the Devo room that's at the hotel.
Yeah, that was my own. You made this. You and Lala Beth
Me
made
and
this.
Lala.
And I told them I had no notes. I said this is a great graphic. My only one exception is we do not stay at the Gladstone Lodge.
That is Alex Land's fault, actually.
Oh, we are at the Glenstone Lodge.
Yeah, Alex, you said
Glenstone
Gladstone.
Lodge. We're at the Glenstone Lodge. When I saw Gladstone, he was thinking of Joey Gladstone from Full House.
That's sweet.
He stays at the Gladstone Lodge, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, but Sarah.
Yes, that is Saturday. It is
Saturday morning,
Saturday
and our session begins
at
the doors open at 9.
At 9, and we're going to try to
begins
head
at
over
9:30.
there.
So waffles
Yes.
are when?
Waffles are from 7 to 8:30, and we'll try our best to head over to the what's it called? The conference. What's it called?
The convention center.
The convention center at 8:45, and it's $5. Oh, and we will be having hot chocolates. Yes. Jordan.
Okay.
Yes.
Good,
we will
good,
be
good.
having hot chocolate. Oh, yes. We will be posting this on Instagram.
Okay. All right, very good. We look forward to having some waffles. How many of you have eaten one of the waffles made by a senior at a Winterfest? Raise your hand. I've had many of those waffles. They've been great. All right, very good, very good. Bill, you're going to be doing our count tonight later on. Is that right? You're doing okay. All right, guys. There we go. Is that it, Sarah? Thank you. Big hand for our seniors, everybody. All right. To get us in the mood for Winterfest, we have no other pictures, no other game. We have one thing we're going to show you, though. Have some fun. We're going to open the nbyg video vault a final time. As you know, we showed parts 1 and 2 of a video that we filmed with Michael Bowen. Michael Bowen, who was terrified to ride the skylift, let alone walk across the sky bridge. All you need to know for this video really is that he agreed he either had to walk across the sky bridge or he had to shave his head completely. That was, he had a choice. You could walk across the sky bridge or shave your head completely. That's really all you need to know. There may be some other jokes that were relevant at the time. I can't remember. But we want to think about Winterfest. Some of you will see younger versions of yourself. Let's sit back for the next few minutes and enjoy this. Roll it, guys. It's been 3 years in the making. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Michael Bowen. It's Michael, everybody! Hey! Y'all got to be a little more excited than that. Here we go. We're about to head on down for part 3. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking.
It's either this or we're going to find a supercuts. Everybody ready to go? All right, everybody, and let's go! Come on, everybody, head on this way. Let's wait. Hey, wait, where's no Michael? Okay, you excited about this, Michael?
You know, all right, listen. I'm nervous.
Yep.
I got butterflies in my stomach and in my chest.
Yeah.
I hate heights. But honestly, maybe now that I have
Whoa, wait, I'm scared of butterflies. Hey, look, we're over here, Michael. We're here at standing outside the Bel Air Motel. Boo. I hope they don't have a basketball team. Maddox, what do you think is going to happen today? Is Michael going to make it across, you think?
See, some people are saying he'd last 10 minutes. I think they're being a little generous. I'm going 8. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to make it all the way across.
No chance.
Hey, oh, look here, everybody. We got Jackson McKissick. Hey, Jackson, you having fun at Winterfest?
Yeah, it's fun. I like it.
That sounds familiar. Wait, come on.
people are going to think I have problems.
Somebody else going to ride up the chairlift. Remember, hey, it's Kate, everybody. Kate's going to be going up. Kate, are you excited for this moment?
Not really.
At Winterfest. Has anybody seen Michael? Where'd Michael go? Oh. Selfie! Get it because you're Michael Bowen is about to go to the top of the sky bridge.
Dogs have 4 legs. It's a prank.
Hey, what do you call a dog with no legs? Nothing. He won't come anyway. All right, we're here at the end of the line. There's the line. This thing is really popular.
Keith has made it quite restart. Wait, what's the smart word for like a good, like...
Obscure? Astute.
No, astute observation. Astute observation.
No, I'm leaving this camera rolling the whole time. There's no restarting.
Right. Keith made an obsute...
What is your obtuse assertion?
He made an obtuse conversation. Stop! He made an obtuse He made an obtuse observation that it is way higher than it looks.
None of those are words!
Obtuse?
No! Hey, what's going on here, Mandy?
They're playing Near My God to Thee.
Good. Nice. Good one. Hey, Matthew, I wanted to explain earlier when at the crosswalk, when I did that, it was because your last name is Self. It was a joke. Yeah. I was just trying to be funny. Try harder. We're here in Gatlinburg just watching all the people that are roaming around town. Where are you headed, Charlie? Where are we going?
China Bazaar.
Whoa! Hey, oh! So we're getting closer into the line here.
You're also getting closer to me.
Man, how much is it to ride this thing? Good night. $31.95? It costs an arm and a leg. Hey, Michael, what are you thinking right now? We're right here at the close. What?
This is my only motivation.
That's an obsternation.
Funny guy. That is Bald Mike.
Take care, Michael. Remember this? Remember this? It's the famous Skylift wedding. Hey, remember?
No, my skin.
Oh. Okay, let's go. Get ready. Next group, get ready. Everybody have a seat now. You guys have a seat. Okay. All right. Here we go. Woo. Michael's doing a great job so far. Michael, you're doing great. Doing great. Keith, how's it going over there?
This is not bad.
This is not bad at all. All right, let's check in with Kate back there. Kate, how's it going? Good, okay. Okay, we are now going over the river. Oh. Yeah, you're doing good, Keith. Good job, Keith. Michael, how are we?
My left hand is cramping so bad.
Where is your left hand?
Behind you.
Ah, whoa, so good.
I will say I'm doing better than I thought I would.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Oh,
this is so easy.
Oh, you're going up.
We're about to move up. Nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer. Is that making you feel better?
Nope.
Wait, what? Michael, Keith.
Stop moving.
Michael, Keith, look, it's a three-legged dog. Hey, Kate, how we holding up back there?
Dude, this is cool.
Okay, all right. Just don't be in them. Our first contestant's on the kiss cam. You're on the kiss cam. Come on, let's make it happen. There we go. Yeah, we got a winner. But you're on the kiss cam. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, mate. Here we go. All right. Winner number 2. All right, you're on the kiss cam. Make it happen. Come on, you're on the kiss cam. Let's go. Nice. Winner. Winner. All right, you're on the kiss cam. Come on. Kiss cam contestant number 4. Hey, we stop. Look. Come on. There's time. There's still time left. Oh, you're on the kiss cam. Oh, nice. Okay, we're gonna have to edit that out. You're all on the kiss cam. Let's go. Make it happen. On the kiss cam. 1 kiss. Okay, all right, very good.
Local youth minister.
I don't know that they spoke English. You are on the official Winterfest kiss cam. Make it happen right here. Come on, here's your chance. Okay. Kiss cam? You're on the kiss cam. Man, I'm getting more rejected than middle school. We're on the kiss cam. We're on the kiss cam. You're on the kiss cam. 1, let's go. Let's see it. Win. Oh, go. You got it. Come on. We still got it. You're still on. You're still on your tablet. Why is nobody talking to me, Michael?
I wonder why.
You're our next contestant on the kiss cam. Let's have a winner. We're not going to have... Oh, yes. Right, good job. Congratulations. Look at that view. Look behind you, guy. Actually, no, don't. Next contestant's on the kiss cam. Come on. You're on the kiss cam. Let's go. You go. 3 seconds. Your brother. Oh, whoa. You're on the kiss cam. Here we go. Let's make it happen. Yes, we got a winner. All right. Here we are. Raise the bar. Michael made it to the top of the sky bridge. Mission accomplished, phase 1. We've got to find some ways to get him across the bridge. Anybody have any ideas of some ways we might motivate him? Emma, any thoughts?
He could just remember that he does not need to fear.
In this world, you will have trouble, but... Is anybody paying attention? Hey, I need to have a special, I just need to have a special conference. Kate, come here. Special conference, Kate, Mike, come here. Motivational conference, come here. No, come here. Mike, come here. Just come here. Come here, Michael, come here. Just come here. Just here. Okay, y'all just stand right here a second. Just stand right here a second. Just stand right there a second. Oh, no. We're trying to ease Michael into the thought of the bridge, 1 step at a time here. Michael, everything that the light touches is our kingdom. And one day, all of this will be yours. What movie?
Hang on. Animal Kingdom. What? What?
All right, you made it to the top. How are you doing?
Good. I need to get the butt flow of my hands back.
The what? The blood flow?
Blood flow. Back to...
Hey, Jackson, how you enjoying Winterfest?
Pretty well, I would say.
Dude, the apple does not far fall from the tree. Far fall.
Can you even... We're up up here at the very top of the Sky Bridge with all the youth group. Michael made it up here, and guys, as I look out over this beautiful panorama, it reminds me of one of my favorite devotionals that I gave. So years ago, there was a guy, and here it is, 3 years in the making, and the moment of truth.
You know, my palms are sweaty. Your mom's spaghetti. Something.
Do you think I know that really? Do you think I know the lyrics to any Eminem song?
Look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, did you capture it? Just let it slip. Yo.
All right, here we go. There's people behind us, so we got to keep moving.
Oh,
now,
no,
I'm just going to talk to you.
Don't do the touching. Don't do the touching.
You're doing so good. Look, you're holding on to the rail. No, it's not shaking. You're not even, here.
I'm scared.
This is so incredible.
Scared.
This is so awesome. You're almost halfway.
What was that noise?
Hey, it might be worth it if we find that three-legged dog and get the reward. Then you'll be glad you came.
Shaking.
My friend is terrified. Tell him he's doing a good job. He needs some encouragement.
Right.
Doing a great job. Guys, I don't believe this is happening. Move, go.
Whoa. Hey, y'all chill out. I'm gonna chill.
You're doing fabulous.
I can't see it.
Not even that high.
Here, look, these people are so proud of you. Aren't you proud of my friend who's terrified?
Yeah.
He's doing a great job, isn't he?
Dude, I feel like I'm dying, but
Michael,
in a good way.
Like
I can see a light.
Michael, here we go. Run to the light, Michael. Run to the light. Michael, wait. Michael, I'm 50. I never thought you'd actually go across the bridge faster than me. Michael, he's almost got it. You've almost made it across. Oh my goodness. He made it across, everybody. He made it across. Michael made it across.
I can't believe I did that.
You did it.
Like, I actually cannot believe I did that.
Congratulate my friend who was terrified.
You made it across.
It took me 3 years.
What took you so long?
If he didn't make it across, he was going to have to shave his head.
Well, there ain't nothing on the bald head.
Meanwhile, back on the bridge. Way to go, Kate! Kate, you got it! You got it, Kate! You're almost there! We did it! Woo! I'm so proud of you.
I still hate you.
Did the magic happen?
No.
Hey, Michael, hold this. I'm going to go get in a picture with his family over here. See if they notice. Okay, hold on. Everybody smile.
Bro, I can't make this up.
This was really exciting. Any closing thoughts?
Well, I will say this is my one time I was able to say I got high at Winterfest.
No, you can't. You can't say it. We're going to have to edit that out for sure.
Skid, stop.
We're on the way down. Hey, it's the trip is almost over, Michael.
I'm gonna be honest.
This feels like quite an accomplishment, Michael. Or as Michael would say, an accomplishment.
Melissa. Yeah. We love Melissa. Melissa. We love Melissa. Bro. You know. Oh.
We stopped.
Did you? That's good.
Hey, Kate. How you doing up there?
She's terrified.
What's been your favorite part of these videos over the last 3 years?
The part that's about to happen in about 20 seconds.
All right, we have had more winners on the Kiss Cam than we've ever had.
All right. This year's final
Good job.
Kiss Cam.
No, stop, no.
The record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
Last chance for the kiss cam.
Yes, it was my way.
Hey, Michael, so you crossed the bridge, and we wanted to give you a congratulations.
Did you say Michael crossed the bridge?
Yes, Michael finally crossed the sky bridge.
Michael was kind of scared about that, wasn't he?
Very, very scared. For 3 years, it took 3 years, and finally he crossed it.
Michael, we are so proud of you after 3 years to cross the sky bridge. Now, maybe he'll ask someone out.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready.
All right, there you go. Hey, Michael texted again a couple days ago. Michael, as you know, is somewhere in the Middle East, and we continue to pray for Michael, and he has overcome his fear of heights. But he enjoyed making those, and he sends his greetings once again to you all. We're about to spend some time together in worship. And as we kind of look towards Winterfest, those videos, one, let us look back and kind of have some fun, but also remind us of what awaits us as we go and spend some time together. And God's got some business to do with all of us at Winterfest. And we're going to get ready to worship together. Miss Sharon is out sick, but she has sent Miss Leonard, who is in this room right over here. She's going to take the prayer request for February. So if you're a guest or first timer, the first Wednesday of every month, during our first couple of songs, we will have our students come and write some prayer requests on these sheets of paper. Anybody can do it, adults, anybody. And you can slide them underneath that door, and she'll pray for those now and then throughout the rest of February. So we're going to spend some time doing that. If our singers want to come on up and take their place, we'll get ready to do that. And want to remind everybody that we are now in week 5 of our core 52, and several of you I know are having discussions with your friends or D groups or your families or on your own, and a lot of you are giving some really good feedback about that. We have the bookmarks, they're available up here. I believe they're right over here. Make sure you get the red ones and not last year's, but we are in week 5. So hopefully that is a blessing to everybody here. All right, we're going to start with song number 99, guys. We'll jump around here because I got the songs out of order, but let's all stand up for the first couple of songs. We'll leave the lights up. You can write down any prayer request right here. We'll start with number 99. Let's worship together. We can turn the back lights down. Number 5-3, number 53. This is the season for new anointing. This is the season for fresh outpouring. That the sons and daughters of the King of Glory may arise and shine. That the sons and daughters of the King of Glory may arise and shine as we declare, this is the day, this is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice, I will rejoice, I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day, this is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made. In the beginning God created, and for His pleasure all creation sings. Every son and daughter of the King of Glory now rise and shine. Every son and daughter of the King of Glory now rise and shine as we declare, this is the day, this is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice, I will rejoice, I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day, this is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let your glory fill the earth. Let your glory fill the earth. Let your glory from us. Hallelujah. Amen. You guys sound great. A good crowd tonight for having so many of our folks that are gone. And I really want to say thank you for the way that everybody has really locked into this series, this study. I know it's been a deep dive, and I know it's taken us a long time. And as I told somebody yesterday, if we finish this series, even if we finished it tonight, we'd be talking about the Bible again next week. So it's all God's Word. It's all important. And tonight is a passage of Scripture that is a part of the Sermon on the Mount that is one of the most challenging teachings, maybe in all of the Bible, and certainly for somebody who is navigating middle school or high school in 2025. And so I want us to jump in. I'm going to need to get some of your help a little bit later on. And in a minute, I'm going to get some volunteers that are going to need to actually contribute. You're going to be making up something. So if you say, I'm not opposed to standing up and having to think of an answer on the spot. I'm not going to make anybody. I'll never make anybody come stand up here. I'll never make anybody read out loud. I'll never point at you and say, talk to all of us. But in just a moment, I am going to need some courageous people who are willing to do something creative. So be thinking about that. That's coming up just a little bit later. The Sermon on the Mount, just so you know, for those we have several first-time guests, Jesus delivered a series of teachings compiled into what we call the Sermon on the Mount. He didn't call it that. Some people have referred to it as a mountain of a sermon. It is what Jesus said he was teaching about the kingdom of God. He delivered it from a spot, probably this spot or a hill very much like this, in this location. We find about it in the Gospel of Matthew, chapters 5, 6, and 7. 3 simple chapters in the Gospel of Matthew, 107 verses. You know the drill by now, 2,000 words. It'll take you 12 minutes to read. I've already talked to a couple of students over the past couple of weeks who have said, I tried it. I just tried to sit down and, it was about 11 minutes, 12, maybe 13 minutes, and I read the whole thing through. And it's really cool just to read the whole Sermon on the Mount all the way through. But we're still in chapter 5. And Lord willing, we're going to finish chapter 5 tonight. That's the plan, is to try to finish chapter 5. It won't take as long with 6 or 7. There's not as many interruptions in our schedule. And we're certainly going to finish it, sometime in the spring. But I've really enjoyed it, and it's been challenging for me to go through this. We're finishing up the antitheses. The antitheses are what are known as the antitheses. Some teachings of Jesus where he says, here are some things you've heard it said, but I say to you. Just to review, we're not going to review all of them. Or actually, we're not going to review any of them. We're going to review the fact that Jesus is not saying the things you've heard no longer count. I'm overturning them. We got a new plan. That's not what he's doing. He's not saying, what I said before, I was mistaken and I'm wrong, I'm adding to it. That's not what he's saying. What he is saying is, these things that you've heard were there for a reason. And those are things that are a part of kingdom living. But I'm telling you that you've missed the point. You have not stepped far enough into the kingdom. And so we're going to take another step tonight with one of these passages in 5, 6, 7. We write it upside down because these are teachings that will turn you upside down. And this one's challenging. I want to go back to one thing. I may have said some things that were confusing, or as I thought about it, I don't know that I was clear about one part in this teaching about oaths, where Jesus says, again, you've heard it said to the people long ago, do not break your oath, but fulfill to the Lord the vows that you have made. And then he goes on, but I tell you, don't even swear an oath at all. He's not saying don't make covenants. He's not saying don't make promises. If you're in your Core 52 book, you just finished a chapter about covenants. God makes covenants. We talked last week about people making oaths, and we said that sometimes if I want somebody to know that I'm serious, somebody would say, I promise. Or somebody would say, honest to God. Or somebody would say, cross my heart, hope to die, stick a needle in my eye. We have all kinds of things to let somebody know. A pinky promise to let somebody know that this is serious. And there were people in the Bible days that they would make oaths and they would swear by heaven, or they would say, okay, God's told us not to take His name in vain, so we're not going to say, I swear to God, even using it as an example makes me kind of cringe because it feels offensive when somebody says, honest to God or I swear to God. And Jesus says, don't use that kind of language. Don't take God's name in vain. And somebody says, okay, well then I will just swear, by heaven. And God says, wait a minute, you don't swear by heaven because that's where God lives. God's a part of that. Don't swear by the earth because that's God's footstool. Don't swear by your head because God's the one that made your body. He says there's no part of life that God is not represented or covered. And so there's no subject area. There's nothing where God is not a part of it. And Jesus says, I want you to just keep your word. Just be a person of your word. And let your yes be yes and let your no be no. And when people know you as a person of your word, that's huge. I was told when I was growing up, this kind of a quote. Some of you may have heard it. I've shared it with some of you. Lie once and 1,000 truths will be doubted. Make sure you hear that. Lie once and 1,000 truths will be doubted. It doesn't mean that if you ever get caught in a lie, because every single one of us have, it doesn't mean that you can never be trusted again. It doesn't mean you can never tell the truth again. But whenever I have students that come to my office and we're talking about stuff, or they're afraid that something has happened, or something has happened, they're afraid that I know the details, or they're afraid somebody else is going to find the details, or I don't know the truth of a situation, but I'm meeting with somebody because I've got to try to figure out something's going on. And I always tell a student, and I would tell you this, and this rule applies to everybody in the room. So this is just a blanket statement here. I would tell a student, there's no truth that we can't work through. There's no truth that we can't handle. Whatever you did, whatever you're about to share with me, whatever you're about to say, whatever you're about to admit to, or whatever, there's no truth that's going to scare me, shock me, or make me afraid. No truth is going to make me stop loving you. No truth is going to make me write you off. There is no truth. And some people say, no, but Skid, you don't know. If I told you this, like you're not... I might be disappointed. I might not like it. There is no truth that we can't handle. But if you lie to me, if a person lies to me, it makes it very, very difficult for me to ever know if what they tell me is the truth. And that's why honesty and integrity, that's where we get our word integer, the word that just means whole. Integrity is so important. And the minute that you start playing fast and loose with the truth is the moment that Jesus says you are going to misrepresent the kingdom to other people. And you're going to be letting other people know that person is a Christian, that person claims to be a Christ follower, and yet I can't believe anything they say, and that's going to be a reflection on Jesus. And Jesus says that's why the truth is so important. I'm never afraid of the truth. You say, but you don't know this thing I'm about to tell you. You're right, I don't. I've either probably done it, I've been tempted by it, or I know somebody who struggled with it. Even if I never have any of those, I'm not going to be afraid of it. Like, we're going to get through it. But if you lie to me about it, then it's going to be very, very difficult. And when somebody tells you a truth that is hard to discuss, it is such an honor. Some of you know that, even at your age. A friend comes to you and says, I've got to tell you something, and they share something with you, and it's a very fragile part of their life, and they share it with you, and you should protect that, and you should honor that, and you should respect that trust. Now, I'm not saying if somebody comes to me and says, Skid, I'm going to tell you something I've never told anybody, and you can't tell anybody. I will often say, I can't guarantee that that's the case. Because if you're going to share something with me that is going to pose a threat to you or to somebody else, like, we're going to have to get somebody else involved in the conversation. Because, again, I care about this truth that you're about to tell me. Oh, but boy, Skid, if my parents found out, they would. I say, no, like, it's going to be okay. And here's what I've told some of you in the room, I'm sure, and what I've told students for a long time. I say, let's find a way to get mom or dad, or mom and dad, or grandparent or guardian or somebody in the conversation, and you can tell them, or I can tell them, or we can tell them. I'll let you go and tell them if you want to tell them. You can go and tell them, and then we'll talk, and I'll call mom and dad and say, hey, let's talk about what you were told. Or I'll go and tell them. If you have a hard time, I'll go and tell them. If you're afraid of how they're going to react, we'll go and tell them. And I'll just kind of help to be there when you tell them. But like the truth, anytime somebody shares a truth, and my guess is there's somebody in this room or within the sound of my voice online that has a truth right now that you do not know what to do with. And I think I feel safe in guaranteeing you that the minute that you find somebody trustworthy, probably somebody older, to share that truth with, what is often going to happen is 97% of the weight, I'm making up a number, but it's a large number, a large percentage of the weight begins to lift and you realize, you know what, I can deal with this. But it probably needs to be somebody older and wiser. You tell a truth about something you're struggling with to somebody your own age, there's a chance that they may react in one of 2 or 3 ways. I need a volunteer over here just to stand up. This is not the volunteer where somebody's going to have to do something really, really crazy. Somebody over here. Okay, let's get Nathan. Nathan, stand up. I tell Nathan shares a truth with me, something that maybe he's struggling with, tempted by, struggling with, or something that's happened to him, or something he's done. Whatever the category, he tells me something, and I can respond in a couple of ways. I can say, wow, whoa. That is heavy, man. That is like, we're not that close friends for you to tell me that. Like, I don't know what to do with that. And when I react to him that way, then that sends a signal to him that I can't talk about this with anybody. He tells me something else, and so I say to him, I go, hey, okay, that's not that big a deal. I do that too, man. It's not a problem. Like, let's go do that. You know, we'll be at so-and-so's house this weekend, and a bunch of us will be there. And then you tell somebody your own age, you run the risk sometimes of not getting the best counsel and me saying, hey, it's not a problem. But he tells me something, and he confesses or shares something with me, and I go, man, I'm really sorry you're dealing with that. I've dealt with that too, and I want to tell you how I got through it. Or he tells me something and I go, man, I'm really sorry. I've never dealt with that. I have no idea what you're feeling, but I can tell that it hurts you. Would you let me help you find somebody? Now, he's telling me as a teen friend. I'm not the youth minister here, okay? I didn't make that clear. He's telling me as a friend. And I say, hey, why don't we go find somebody that we can talk about this with? And then I know we're stepping out of the realm of oaths, but I'm saying when somebody tells you something that is true, or if I go as the youth minister, hey, Nathan, like, did this happen? Is this going on? And he's got a choice. Is he going to be honest with me or not? And again, Jesus says, let your yes be yes, let your no be no. Be a person of your word. Thank you, Nathan. It is so important. If a person is known to be a person of their word, I could point to some of you in the room. Not that you've never lied. My guess is every one of us in the room have said something that wasn't truth, or we misrepresented the facts, intentionally or unintentionally. And remember, the only reasons we lie, there may be 100, we can sum them up into 2 buckets. I lie because I'm afraid, or I lie because I'm proud. I lie because I don't want to look as bad as I am, or I lie because I want to look better than I am. Or I need to look better than you. Maybe not just better, I need to look better than you. So only 2 reasons a person would lie. I don't want to get in trouble, I'm afraid of the consequences. Or I lie because I need to be something that I'm not. Only 2 reasons. If you've lied today, that's only 2 reasons you've lied. And Jesus says a kingdom person is always going to be known for telling the truth. All right, now we move on to probably one of the toughest teachings. Jesus in 5, 6, 7 reminds us that we're to keep our word. Okay, I wanted to go back and touch on that because I don't know that I made that fully clear. If you got it, say got it. Okay, we talked about Roadrunner and Coyote last week, and we talked about the coyote falling and making an imprint. And it may be a dumb analogy, but my thinking was, when you see this, you know the coyote has been here. The coyote has left his mark. If you were there for the sermon on Sunday from the book of Acts, chapter 4, I shared a passage where it said that the leaders in the town, in the council, they took note and they could tell that these men had been with Jesus. There was something about them. There's something about some of you that when I first met some of you, whether you're a guest or whether you are a member of our group and you came into our group as a 7th grader, or you moved here, or you're a friend that came with somebody, there's people in the room that I could point to and say, that person made an impression because I could tell you just brought Jesus with you. Like, you're shaped like Jesus. I don't see a coyote in that bottom picture, but I know that a coyote was there because there's the shape of Wile E. Coyote. And some of you are in the shape of Jesus. And like the fake Oakley sunglasses we talked about last week, if you weren't here, you can go back online and watch that. You buy $5 Oakley sunglasses in a 3rd world country, and you fool everybody who stays at a distance. But the Sermon on the Mount is Jesus' way of saying, I want to tell you how to spot a fake. Because there is nothing worse, Jesus says, than a fake. And you're like, yeah, tell me about it. I don't mean as a friend. There's nothing worse as a fake to go and then represent Jesus to the rest of the world. And so now we come to this teaching that some of you have said, several of you actually have said, I can't wait till we get to this because I don't know what to do with this. And I don't know that we're going to finish it tonight, but we're going to see how far we get. And we're going to lock in to this passage. I've made a lot of notes in my Bible on this particular section, and it's hard for me to sometimes read and make sense of all of my notes when I'm standing, on the spot. I've written some of them down here. There's just so many parts of this teaching, and I'll get some of you to help us out in just a minute. Look what Jesus said. This is the fifth of the sixth antitheses. We're almost done with chapter 5. If you're ready to go, say, I'm ready. Here we go. Jesus says, you've heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. Come back to that. He says, but I tell you, do not resist an evil person. I'm going to read this part first. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also. And if anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. Give to the one who asks you, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you. You can probably tell why this passage is so confusing and why it is often so controversial. And let's make clear, I think even a 7th grader can follow this conversation. I want to make clear what this passage is not talking about and what it is talking about. Because if you just read it, it sounds like I should be a doormat for any amount or level of physical abuse. Jesus is in no way is he talking about somebody that is being abused physically, emotionally, sexually, spiritually. He's not referring to any type of physical abuse. Let's make sure we understand that. Jesus is quoting again from the Old Testament where it says, you have heard that it was said, and it is quoted in 3 different times in the Old Testament, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. Now, we have sometimes made that, like, there we go, you're going to get what's coming to you because I believe in eye for eye and tooth for tooth. This is a common practice known as lex talionis, which means the law of exact retribution. It was a law that was actually meant to protect somebody, meaning that if something happened to Kenton, that the person that committed the crime, it's like we're going to make sure that the penalty is equal to and doesn't surpass what happened to you, because it's just natural. If he hits me, punches me in the face, I want to punch him in the face, and I also want to kick him in the shin, and I want to push him to the ground. Like, you did this to me, and I'm going to escalate this to you. Before we get to the parts that I think are going to be way more relevant to you, it's important to know something about this passage, that when they're quoting the Old Testament in this passage, let me go back to our text. When we go back to this passage, this was in a section that was talking about the role of the government. The government had the job of exacting retribution on somebody that had committed a crime to you. Jesus says, I'm talking about the way you relate to one other person. We're not talking about the government. We're not talking about the officials. I'm talking about the way 2 juniors in high school get along and relate to one another. And I need a guy. It's going to be easier if it's a guy to stand up. What guy will help me out right over here? Let's get somebody up close. No offense to people in the back, just because of the cameras up here. So let's do this. All right, Ken, I already usually stand up. When he says, but I tell you, do not resist an evil person, what he is not saying is that we should not resist evil. This passage 1 is not talking about you should just submit to any type of abuse. I want to make sure that you hear that. Anybody that tells you that you need to tolerate any type of abuse, clearly in contrast to many passages of Scripture, so make sure you don't read that and go, Jesus is saying I should just sit and take it and be a doormat. You got that completely wrong, okay? If we're good, say, I'm good. You got that. It's also not saying that you should not resist evil. The Bible is clear of how evil should be treated. It also, this passage, is not saying and forbidding self-defense. The apostles carried swords with them because they had to defend themselves. And so self-defense, not talking about self-defense. When this says, if anybody slaps you on the right cheek, most people in this room, left-handed, right-handed. Most people are right-handed, okay? So I'm right-handed, all right? If I'm going to slug you or fight you, I'm going to be punching you, Kenton. And if I were to punch you, I would likely be punching you on what cheek? on your left cheek. If I'm fighting you, I've got my right hand, I'd be hitting you this way. Jesus is referring here to a common practice of somebody slapping you on the right cheek. So if I'm slapping him on the right cheek, I'm either doing it with my left hand, or most people are right-handed, I would be doing this. Okay, I'm smacking him this way. Jesus is referring here to somebody that is humiliating somebody. This isn't a fight. This is more of a way of saying, I devalue you as a person. You know, in the cartoons, right? In the cartoons, they take the glove off, they pull the glove off, and they take the glove and they smack him across the face as a way of saying, you know, I'm challenging you to a fight or to a duel, or I don't like you. This is what Jesus is talking about here. Okay, have a seat. And so then he says, if somebody's going to treat you that way, now, you all don't insult people that way anymore. You all insult people, or you're insulted in a social media post, or by a text message, or a picture that circulates, or a rumor that circulates. You have other ways of humiliating and embarrassing somebody. Jesus is talking here about somebody that comes up and says, I'm just going to lower your value as a human. Remember, every other one of the antitheses, murder and divorce and adultery, and all of those, all degraded the value of another human being. Basically says to Kenton, who's made in the image of God, I don't need you. If I murder him, I don't need him. And if I'm going to say something bad about him, I'm saying I don't need you. All of these other antitheses, if I tell you a lie, I'm basically saying I don't trust you to handle the truth. You're not important enough to me to tell the truth to. I'm going to lie to you because I want to be better than you. And Jesus says, I'm trying to get to the heart of this. If everybody's with me so far, say I'm still with you. Okay? I know this is getting into some deep water here. Jesus says, okay, so somebody comes up and basically says to Kenton, and maybe not even physically smacks them, but just basically says, I don't think that you are valuable as a human. You are worth nothing to me. Jesus says, turn the right cheek to them, or turn the other cheek to them as well. A couple of things that he is probably meaning here. One, they would often greet each other with a kiss on the cheek. That was a very common greeting. Again, regardless of male or female, to kiss somebody on the cheek is a Middle Eastern greeting. And when you turn the cheek to somebody, it's a way of saying there's a chance that there's a relationship that we're still going to be whole and we can still be friends. Or a person who says, okay, you did that on your own. I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna try my best to maintain this relationship. Jesus continues with another analogy. Can stand up one more time. He says, if anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. This is not saying that we should just be taken advantage of. This is really tricky, and it's taken a long time to read and try to figure out how do I make this make sense to students. Because, if Jesus were to sit down with you, these are not parts of our culture that we would understand. In the ancient Jewish culture, if I sue Kenton and I win, a lot of people didn't have money, and so I would be able to take his shirt. You talk about somebody, the shirt off your back. The court would say, you can have his shirt, but the law in the Old Testament would say, you look in Exodus and Leviticus, but you can't take his outer garment or his coat. Why? Why could I take his shirt but not his coat? What was the law trying to do for Kenton? Do what? It was trying to give him some dignity and to protect him and to say, you're not going to die of cold. Yes, I got your shirt, but we're going to be able, you can have your coat. So when Jesus says somebody takes your coat, takes your shirt, give him the coat as well. Not necessarily saying this is an actual practice I want you to do. He's making a point of saying, I want you to surpass what is even required and say, you're taking this, would you also like to have this? Jesus says, because when you take somebody who's done something to you and you are going to love them with an extravagant love, it's very confusing. We'll look at another passage in a minute that may be more familiar to you. Then he uses another analogy. If someone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. Some of you probably know what this is referring to or the practice of this. I'm guessing there's a Bible or a history student who could at least tell us. Somebody can tell us what this is referring to? Yes, Landon, over here. Speak up.
A Roman soldier could have you carry his armor.
Yeah, a Roman soldier, by law, I could come as a Roman soldier and go to Kenton's house and say, hey, I'm knocking on your door. I want you to carry my armor and carry my pack, carry all of my gear. And by law, he had to do it for 1 mile. Many Jews would put a post on either road. To my left and to my right, I'd put a post 1 mile that way and 1 mile that way, as if to say, I'm walking to a mile. I get to right here. I'm done. This is as far as I'm going. I know I've got to obey the law. I'm not taking a step beyond this, and drop all the gear carefully so that I don't get, killed. And then here, I've fulfilled my duty. Jesus says, if somebody makes you carry it 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. We even use the phrase, right? Go the extra mile. Imagine if I carry it and I say to Kenton, hey, can I carry this further? Like, where do you live? I'll carry it to where you go. You can imagine the effect that begins to have on a person who has made you do something to devalue you. By making him do it, I basically say, I'm better than you. And then he turns it upside down and says, can I carry this for you further? You made me carry it 1 mile. I'm showing you that you don't get to make me make decisions about what I do. I'm going to choose to do this. Now, I know this is confusing. You got to hear me all the way out. Are we making sense so far? Jesus is saying some things that are very, very radical, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you. Okay, have a seat. He is not saying you just sit and be taken advantage of, and if somebody is abusing you, that you just have to take it. If anybody thinks that, it's completely backwards. Please make sure you don't get confused by that. Jesus is saying, I want to show you how to relate to somebody who has maybe wronged you or devalued you as a person, mainly by something that they have said, and this is more about insult than it is injury. This is not, I have abused him and now he has to go the extra mile. This is, I've insulted him and he says, okay, I'm going to choose to be a bigger person. So in 5, 6, 7, we're reminded to value relationship over revenge. Then Jesus continues. This is the last part of chapter 5. I don't know that we're going to finish, but we're going to try to get as far as we can. Jesus says, you have heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. Now, this is the first of the antitheses that's weird because, yes, love your neighbor is clearly in the Old Testament. Nowhere does it say hate your enemy. They just kind of said, if I got to love my neighbor, that must mean that I have to hate my enemy. And Jesus says, wait a minute, you've heard it said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. Who is your neighbor? Who's your neighbor? Everybody. Yeah, everybody. I mean, everybody falls in. Everybody's made in the image of God. Everybody is my neighbor. Jesus says there's not neighbors and enemies. There may be neighbors you don't get along with, neighbors you don't like, neighbors that don't like you, but like even your enemy is your neighbor. Jesus said, you heard it said, love your neighbor, hate your enemy. First of all, Jesus is like, that wasn't in the Old Testament. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. Now, this is the one right here, y'all, that is so difficult. And I'm realizing we're not going to get to a main part that I wanted to get, but I am going to get some volunteers to help me out here with at least one part of this. I got to find the right place to end this so that you don't leave going, I'm not exactly sure where we went. He says, I tell you to love your enemies. The word there is to bless. The word love is to bless. It's a word that we get our word eulogy from. And a eulogy is often at a funeral where you eulogize somebody, and most of the time you're saying lovely, nice things about them. And he says, I want you to take that enemy and I want you to bless them. And then he says, I want you to pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. He causes the sun to rise on the righteous and the unrighteous. If you love those who love you, what reward will you get? Are not even the tax collectors doing that? And if you greet only your own people, what are you doing more than others? Do not even pagans do that? The be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect is big. We're going to have to finish that another day. Love your enemies. I'm going to need to get some people up here really quickly. This is not the other illustration. This is a simpler one. And I need the number of people. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. I need 8 people. Some of you that are up here, right up here close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Sorry, we'll get some others to come up. I think I may not need all 4 of you. Come on up, the first 3. Come on up. I want to give you this really, really quickly. In order First letter, somebody take the second one. You're third, so get in line third. You're next. You're next. Keep sliding down so we can see. We'll try to fit everybody in the light here. Let's try to stand in the light so people watching at home can get it. Okay, that's all we need right there. Now, we'll come back to those of you that didn't get in. I'll let you hold something in a second. All right, wait, let's see. No. You're first. You're second. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now, keep going. No, come here. You come over there. Yes, then you come over there. Yes, you all got that. Okay. Man, that was worse than my paper, rock, scissors, apparently. I'm not exactly sure how I messed both of those up, but here we go. The three of you that came up here a second ago, I want you all to hold these. Who else came up here? I want you to hold that one. I'll put you in place in a minute. I want you to hold that one, and I need somebody to take this one. Who wants this one? Okay, Stella, come grab this one real quick. We're going to do this really quick. There's a story I really wanted to tell you tonight, but I'm not going to be able to do it. Okay, good. Here we go. Y'all put those down a second. Y'all just hold those down. All right. I want you to see the word right here. I got some Scrabble tiles, and we have formed this word, the word reaction. Okay? The way you treat somebody else, the love that you show, most love, a lot of love, is a reaction. Meaning somebody does something nice for Alexa, so she treats them well. Her reaction to them is some sort of kind reaction. Somebody does something nice for Adley, and so Adley reacts with a kind response. Nathan does something to somebody else as a reaction to something that they did to him. Love is a reaction. Jesus says, love as a reaction is great. It's great when somebody does something nice because you did something nice to them. Jesus says pagans do that. Even sinners do that. Even tax collectors, who Jesus often used as the worst of the worst. He said tax collectors do that. Like, what's the reward in doing something nice to somebody that does something nice to you? He says, no. So we're going to take a few letters out. We're going to leave you all right here. We're going to have you three step out, and I'm going to you three to come step in. You just step back up there on the stage. Go on the stage. And you all come in here, and let's have, where's the, right here? You're right here. Jordan, you're over here. There we go. And you're in the middle, Will. There we go. All right. My goodness. I think I've caused more problems tonight than ever before. This word, no, we're missing somebody. No, you stay up here. Yeah, we need to see you back here. Sorry. All right. There we go. So we just lost one person. Sorry. All right. Whew. Just gather my breath. It's time to close anyway. Love here is a reflection. If you're writing notes, I want you to write those two words down. Those two words are going to be important. Those two words are important. Love is a reaction, or love is a reflection. Jesus says a person that loves as a reaction is only kind because people are kind to them, or they're only kind to the people that are kind to them. Jesus says, that's not what the kingdom looks like. That doesn't surprise anybody. Nobody's shocked by that. He says, you want to turn the world upside down, you let your love be a reflection of me. Jesus says, you love people the way I love them. Well, Jesus, how did you love people? I came and I gave my life. I laid down my life. I sacrificed my life. Even for the people, even for you. I did it even for you and for me. While you were sinners, I loved you. And he says, let your love be a reflection. Love that's a reaction versus love that's a reflection. Everybody got those two things? Okay, you guys can just put those signs down. You all can have a seat, and then we'll wrap this up and at least get it set up for where we're going to be next week. I don't like, sometimes every week I have a place to end that I think we could end here or here or here, and we're not exactly to one of those three places. So to make it make at least some sense, we're gonna finish right here. I told you last week that years ago we did a series just called Mean. And I put notes in the chairs and I said, just write down, what do you think it means to deal with mean people? And students like you that were your age when they sat here wrote some really awesome quotes down. I've got all of those it would be an injustice to rush through them tonight, but we will get them next week, which is ironic because it'll be Valentine's Day week. It'll be appropriate to talk about that in the context of what the world thinks love is. The world thinks that love is Valentine's, and they picture the big red heart. But you guys know where we get our picture of the red heart is from two real hearts together. You know, a heart looks more like this than it does a Valentine. You take a heart and a heart, you put them together, and you have what looks like a Valentine. And Jesus says our love should be a reflection of something and not a reaction to something. And then Jesus says, I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Next week, I'll go ahead and at least set this up. I was going to have 6 or 7 of you come up, and I want you to think of a line, a one-sentence prayer for an enemy. You can go ahead and jot it down. You can put it in a notes app on your phone. You can write it in your Bible, put it in your Core 52 book, write it, on a scrap sheet of paper. You can write it down, because I would love next week to just have, I want us to compile a script. If I take 10 sentences and I put them together, then I've got a paragraph. And I've got a paragraph. We could type it up and say, if you're struggling with somebody, here is a week's worth of prayers that you can pray for the person that you don't get along with. Because I'll at least close with this. And I apologize that we didn't get to where I think would have been a much better spot. But let me say this. If you're not praying for people that you don't like, then you are praying to a God that you are not trying to be like. Because love is a reflection of what's been done for you, and not just a reaction for something that was done for you or to you. So let those words be in your mind, and I'd love for you to write down your own. What's a one-sentence prayer? What is a one-sentence prayer that you would pray for an enemy? We're going to get some people up here to hear that. Then next week, we'll finish chapter 5. I can guarantee you we'll finish chapter 5 next week. A couple of stories that'll happen next week that'll be worth hearing, and it'll be great. It may mean that somebody that needed to hear those was not here tonight. I never know how it works. Sometimes it's just because I get lost. But I'm glad that you're here. And I know there's somebody in your world that you don't like. And Jesus says, if you want to turn the world upside down, bless them and pray for them, and find a way to serve them. And then we'll talk about next week. Are there some people do I have to do that for everybody that I don't like? Like Jesus, this is a really, really tough teaching. And most teenagers really struggle with this one. And we'll unpack it and finish it next week. Let me say a prayer for you. God, I thank you for the students in this room, their parents, their friends, their families. Thank you for whatever they're going through, God, that I pray they bring it to you. I pray for their honesty. I pray for their integrity. And God, I pray that next week we can really dig into this teaching a little bit more. And it's through Jesus that we pray. And we all say together, amen. Before you stand up, if you're going to Mexico, let's put these tables down the hall and then we'll be done. God bless you. Have a great night. See you guys.